Awesome. And I wanted to have those conversations about pricing and programs and vulnerability and insecurities and what's not working in your business. And it started with just a group of coaches that I knew. And over the last 2.5 years, it's grown my list, my email list, by over 2,000 coaches. My connections on LinkedIn by 3,000 or 4,000 coaches just from doing a monthly, I call it an attractor event, bringing together people, not for a sales pitch. You will never hear a sales pitch here unless my guest has something to offer you. And I'd like to start off with a 10 or 15-second intro so you can all get interconnected. If you don't know the amazing people in this room, you need to. So first things first, we'll go around the room for 10 or 15 seconds, and I'm going to model it for you. Hi, I'm Suzanne Taylor King. I'm a life and business coach for entrepreneurs from Marlton, New Jersey. Everything else you can put in the chat and make sure that you connect with each other. All right, I'm going to start on my upper right with my assistant this evening, Vicki Terrell.
Hello, hello. I am Vicki Terrell. I am a management manager, coach, trainer, and I live in San Angelo, Texas.
Awesome. Thanks for your help this evening. Tom Gay, you're up next, followed by Wendy.
Thanks so much, Suzanne and everyone. Tom Gay, founder of EngagePro.com software that helps coaches get referred prospects.
You froze for a second. What was the word before prospects?
Referred perfect prospects.
Referred perfect prospects. Awesome. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Wendy, followed by Daniel.
Hi, my name is Wendy Cole. I am a transition mentor, and I'm currently living in Providence, Rhode Island.
Wonderful. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Daniel Andrews, followed by Gordon Melville.
Daniel Andrews in Columbia, South Carolina. I help people move from casual business card exchange to profitable referral relationship. Tom handles the tech side and I handle the conversation side.
Nice. Great transition there. Great differentiator also between what Tom does and what you do. Gordon, followed by Charlotte.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Gordon Melville, and I'm a legacy and resiliency strategist for entrepreneurial men and pro athletes, and I'm out of essentially Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Do you do any of those Canadian words or phrases?
I say a once in a while, but I spent a lot of time in the US, so I say y'all too. So
okay. All right. Charlotte, followed by Stephen Campana.
Charlotte Berry. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I show companies how to eliminate conflict and confusion, especially between generations in the workplace, by helping with their communication.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here. Stephen, followed by Harry Spate.
Hi, I'm a facilitator of transformative learning, leadership, growth, and change. After spending 43 years embedded inside of public accounting firms, located in DeWitt, Iowa, via childhood in Virginia Beach in Norfolk, Virginia.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Stephen is a new friend that I just met yesterday, and I roped him right in. He has no idea what he's in store for. Harry, followed by Rob Wentz.
I am not a new friend. And Stephen, you're in for a great ride if you're hanging out with Suzanne Taylor King. Harry Spade from Orlando, Florida. And I work with small business owners who want to grow their sales without the pushy, slimy tactics.
And he's got a great TikTok videos.
Yes.
Rob, followed by Judy Kane.
Thank you, Suzanne. I'm Rob Wentz. I'm from Altoona, Pennsylvania, right in the middle of the state. I'm a breakthrough expert and executive leadership coach, and I help inspired leaders go from where they are now to where they are destined to be. I also host the podcast, The Unstuck Movement. thanks for having me here, Suzanne.
You're so welcome. Judy, followed by Jeff Goldberg.
Hello, I'm Judy Kane. I'm a founder of Aligned Consciousness, and I help people take out their head trash. I'm in Tarpon Springs, Florida, which is around Tampa area.
Beautiful. Jeff Goldberg, followed by David Visco.
Hey, I'm Jeff Goldberg from Long Island, New York. I teach people all the slimy tactics that Harry won't. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm also a stand-up comedian. I'm a sales coach and trainer, and I work with both individuals and companies to help them increase their sales.
Yeah, he thinks he's funny, but just laugh at him. It's good. Just laugh. David, followed by Troy Seward.
Hey everybody, David Visco here from Your Business Made Easy. I'm in Merrimack, New Hampshire. I help service-based business owners price, package, and market their products so that they can scale to $1 million and beyond with a focus on profits and less overwhelm. Good to see everybody.
Welcome, welcome. Troy, followed by Adele.
Good evening, everyone. Troy Seward out in the southwest suburbs of Chicago, where it is a beautiful 65 degrees today in the middle of February. I am a retired law enforcement officer who now trains police officers all over the state and hopefully the country to better respond to mental health crisis situations for the benefit of all.
Beautiful. Love your mission, Troy. Well done. Adele, followed by Robert Murray.
I'm Adele Wong, based in Atlanta, Georgia. I am a leadership and life mentor for high-performing women and the host of the All Things Human podcast.
Well, welcome. Great to see you. Robert, followed by Susie Taylor.
Hi, I'm Robert Murray, and I am I help coaches integrate AI tools into their coaching practice and also help them move from a one-on-one coaching model to a group coaching model. And I live in San Jose, California.
Well, welcome. It's not quite dinner time for you.
No, not yet.
All
Soon.
right, Susie, followed by Rob Fenstermaker.
Hi, I'm Susie Taylor from Columbus, Ohio, and I help small business owners tell their stories and invite their customers into that story. That's it.
I love it. I love it. We just need to get you a middle name so I can 3-initial you like I did David George Brooke, DGB. Just saying. What's your middle name, Susie?
Anna, SAT, SAT.
Oh, not bad. Not bad. All right, Rob, followed by David George Brooke.
Yes, I am Rob Fenstermaker. I left Columbus, Ohio almost 2 years ago to the day and moved to Venice, Florida. I get you out of the rut and I help you to build that bridge and step into your kingdom and live that dream life that you thought was not possible.
Beautiful. Well, thanks for being here. DGB, followed by Natan.
Thanks, STK. David George Brooke, that gratitude guy. I'm primarily a speaker, but I also do coaching and have written books. And my motto, and I'm in Seattle, Washington, and my motto is gratitude turns what you haven't to enough. I was thrilled a couple of days ago to meet somebody that talks faster than I do. And that was Jeff Goldberg. It's one of the best conversations I've had in a long time. So just wanted to give a heads up on that and a high five.
Well, I just want to say, how many people in this room did I introduce to Jeff Goldberg? Raise your hand. How many great conversations did you have with Jeff Goldberg? I know, right?
Let's take this all the way back to the beginning.
Uh-huh.
How did you meet Jeff Goldberg?
That's, I think, because you talked about me.
A lot. A lot. A lot.
So the spider web of connections continues. So if there's somebody in this room that sounds intriguing to you, that maybe you have the same ideal client or you just want to get to know a little better, I encourage you to connect, whether it's on LinkedIn or schedule one of those one-on-one quick connect calls. This is really a room full of people that can change your business. And Daniel Andrews, I can directly equate about $30,000 last year directly from introductions or referrals from him or somebody he connected me to. And that's the power of knowing great people who are not afraid to give referrals, and stay in their zone of genius as a coach or a consultant. So just wanted to add that in. All right. Now we bring,
STK,
yeah,
how
what?
about Jeff Sera? I don't think he introduced himself, did he?
He's our speaker tonight. And I was,
Oh,
you know, like,
sorry.
You want
boy,
me to say hi,
right
Suzanne?
on it. Like
Natan.
Natan has to go, and then we're going to go to Jeff. Natan, go. Sorry.
Awesome. Hi, Natan. If you don't know me, founder of the Essential Academy, a private invitation-only community just for coaches, healers, and experts from around the world. As far as I know, the world's first not-for-profit sales and marketing agency over in Montreal.
Yeah. And if you don't know Natan, have a one-on-one with him. The stuff he's doing for Denise Siegel's business is truly, truly incredible. Thank you for helping my business bestie. She's not with us tonight because she's on African safari.
She's literally on safari. Yeah, we're redirecting campaigns and having a ball.
Yeah.
And what you said earlier, Suzanne, about you never know how it goes down that referral tree.
Mhm.
You're the one who introduced me to Denise. Denise loved our services, introduced me to one of her friends, and now that's like, so it's a beautiful
Yeah.
circle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. So that brings us to our speaker tonight. Jeff, not going to try his middle name, Sera. He is a Reiki practitioner and self-development sensei. And we're going to talk a little bit about relaxing into your coaching practice tonight. Jeff, I'm going to give you the stage. And I'm going to spotlight you for everyone. Boop, big on the screen. Now, take it away, my friend.
Thanks, Suzanne. Hey, everybody. We are going to do something a little different today. So if you want to get comfortable, I'm going to teach a few mudras, and mudras are what we do with the hands as we meditate. The fingers actually work like a circuit board for the body. And so when we make various connections, they support in different aspects of the physical body and the mind. And so the first mudra I'd like to share with you guys is called the Anjali mudra. And this one's relatively simple. It's essentially like prayer hands. So you just connect your palms together. And this supports with stress and anxiety relief and focus. It enhances concentration, your awareness, your balance, your focus, calms the mind, relieves stress and anxiety, promotes respect for yourself and for others. And it also opens up the chest and stretches your wrists. I'm going to cycle through 4 of these, and then each of you can pick which one really resonates with you tonight. The next one is the Dhyana Mudra. And what we do is you take your right hand and lay that on top of the left, both palms facing upward, and then you connect the thumbs. This one supports with eliminating stress and mental pressure. It also supports with healing past wounds, awakening your conscious, and deepening concentration and inner peace. The third one is the Mahasirs Mudra. And this one actually is supportive for relieving headaches. I do this one pretty often when I get like a dehydration headache or high anxiety or stress. What we do is you take the tips of your thumb, index finger, and middle finger and connect those 3. And then your ring finger you put at the base of your thumb. It's a little bit more tricky, but you got a little something like this. And I do that with both hands. So again, the ring finger at the base of the thumb, connecting your index, middle, and thumb fingers together, and the pinky just extends outward. This one, if I do have a headache, I'll take deep breaths and just kind of focus on relieving any stress or anxiety there. It supports with headaches, relieves tension. It improves your circulation. It can also support with eliminating mucus congestion in your sinuses, and also supports with balancing the energy in both your body and mind. And the last mudra I'll share with everyone today is called the Tsi mudra. And what you do is you place the tip of your thumb at the base of your pinky here, and then you close the rest of your fingers around it. So you kind of make a fist with your thumb wrapped inside of it. Now, this one's a little bit more involved. As you close the fist down, you want to be taking a deep inhale in, and then hold your breath once you've closed the fists. Then you want to do a slow exhale, and then towards the end of that last breath, opening your hands and imagining that you're just releasing all the worries and they're leaving your body. So it's kind of a bit of a tension hold and then a release. Now, go ahead and pick which one of these mudras supports you and what you feel most called to tonight. And again, I'll cycle through them real quick. So the Anjali Mudra, which supports with stress, anxiety, and focus. the Dhyana Mudra with the right hand on top of the left. And this supports with eliminating stress or mental pressure, awakens your conscious, deeper concentration and inner peace. And the Mahasir's Mudra for headaches, connecting these three with the ring finger at the base. And then the C Mudra, where you just wrap your thumbs around. So go ahead and pick which one calls to you. Now, I want to invite you all to go ahead and get in comfortable positions, whether you want to lie down, whether you want to just sit comfortably, cross your legs, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And I want to start with some deep breaths. We're going to do a little bit of breath work to ground us here. So if you want to take a deep breath in through the mouth, holding that at the top, and then taking one more sip to really expand the lungs. And we'll hold that, and then we'll do a slow exhale out the mouth. And one more time, we're going to take a deep breath in, holding at the top. And this time on the exhale, I want you to imagine that you're a balloon deflating and let your shoulders kind of sink forward and just collapse inward. Go ahead and do that now. On this last inhale, taking a deep breath in, envisioning that you're a balloon, just filling yourself with light. Holding at the top and taking one more sip. Holding this one for as long as you can. And exhaling when you need to. Now, I invite you to close your eyes and just relax into your physical body, connecting to everything happening internally that you can feel. Our bodies are always communicating with us. And for most of our life, we've been taught how to shut it down and not listen to it so that we can continue to be productive and do the things. Tonight, I want to connect you to what your body may be communicating with you. So we'll start with a body scan, just taking notice of the very top of your head. Is there any sensation you can feel? Do you have a headset? Can you feel the air circulating in the room? Are you wearing a hat? What sensations live at the top of your head? And bringing that awareness down now to the eyebrows. Are they furrowed? Is there any tension here? Relaxing that. Checking in with your eyelids. Do they feel heavy? Are they light? Are you tired? Are you energized? Connecting now down to your jaw. Is it tight? Is it clenched? Or is it relaxed? Bringing awareness down now to your shoulders and bringing them up to your ears, and then letting them fall away as they melt away from you. Just taking notice, do you have any weight that you feel like you're carrying on your shoulders? And just letting that fall away. Bring awareness down through the arms. Are there any sensations? Can you feel the fabric of your clothes? Do you have any pains or aches in your joints or elbows? Are your hands clenched tightly, or are they relaxed as you hold the mudra? Bringing awareness now up to your chest and feeling the rise and fall of each breath that you take. Is your breathing easy and light, or is it labored and heavy? And what is your body sharing and communicating with you in this moment? Bring awareness down to your solar plexus, your stomach. Are you full? Are you hungry? Do you have butterflies or excitement? What are you feeling in your core? Now bringing your awareness down to your tailbone or your root chakra. Can you feel the weight of the seat beneath you? Do you feel the weight of the seat that you're in and the pressure? Is it heavy? Is it light? Then bring awareness down to your legs. How do your legs feel? Can you feel the fabric of your pants? Carrying the sensation down, rippling through the legs, paying attention to where your feet are. Are they folded up beneath your legs? Are they touching the ground? Taking a moment to just be grateful and ground yourself, to be here now amongst other people who care about the well-being of others. We're doing the work to support their clients with their self-development, their businesses, their mindset, their health. Each and every one of you here in some shape or form is here for the betterment of the planet and humanity as a whole. And whether or not you recognize it, each and every one of you is a light worker, doing the work to better yourself constantly, to be able to then supply others around you with the same knowledge and growth. Taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for the gift that you are, the skill sets you have, and all that you do for those that you serve. Taking this moment to fill your cup as you inhale deeply the appreciation and gratitude you have for all of your clients, both current and past and future. Now I'd like to invite you to imagine extending from your tailbone or your root chakra, just a red energetic cord being sent down into the ground beneath you to ground you. And imagining it's like a tree root as it branches out and expands wider and wider and wider, tethering you to the earth so you don't float off, keeping you grounded in your present moment each and every day. Now taking a moment to gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, maybe roll your head side to side as you slowly begin to bring yourself back into your physical body. Taking another deep breath in, letting it go with a sigh, and inviting you all to open your eyes and turn back to this moment with us here. Just taking note of how you feel in this moment and how little effort and time it took to really ground yourself, and how you may feel ready to do just about anything, and how supportive that could be before you engage with a client, step into a pitch meeting, give a presentation. I did one of these before joining tonight. And yeah, with that, I'd like to close it out and hand it back over to STK. Suzanne, you're muted.
Thank you so much. I want to just say, having that be part of your daily routine really has to be on everyone's list, because the difference in just personal energy when you relax into yourself like that is just so incredible. Thank you so much, Jeff. I want to open the floor now for comments and questions for Jeff, and Jeff Goldberg has his hand up, so we'll start with you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. That was great. Your voice is deliciously hypnotic. It was fantastic. I didn't catch the names of them all, but there was the one with the fingers down. You said it was good for mucus. Is that also good for post-nasal drip?
So the Mahasir's Mudra is supported for eliminating mucus congestion in your frontal sinus. Post-nasal drip may be slightly different. I feel like that's the opposite of congestion. And there may be a mudra for that specifically. I'll take a look in my database to see if there is one for that.
Thank you.
And I won't ask for the reason for the nasal drip.
I have it. It makes me cough, and that's not great for a comedian or a speaker.
Gotcha. Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Rob.
Yeah, and so Jeff, I mean, is there when you're going through these, is there a specific routine you should do it like at a specific time of the day that's be consistent with that, or can you kind of go into a little bit of that?
So as you get more in depth with these, there are different durations of time that are recommended for each and every one of them. But my recommendation is to get into the habit of meditating and using any of them on a regular basis. And as you continue to level up, this is something that I work with my clients on, where each and every session that I hold with them, we close out with a guided meditation paired with a mudra for whatever we discussed or opened up that session. And yes, there are different times of day depending on the specific intention that's paired with the mudra. So some of these mudras are specific for physical ailments. So if you're having digestive problems or a lot of gas, there's a mudra for that. If you're having issues with your liver, your heart, your lungs, there's specific mudras for those things. And there are recommended times of days for each of those specifically, depending on what it is. And so your answer to that question is a yes, and each one of those is unique. So I can't speak to all of them right now.
And do some of them coincide with like phases of the moon or stuff like that?
Not in like a what's it called? The what are the things? The like Libra and Virgo and
astrology.
Well, not astrology, just like you know, in the lunar sense of the moon. You know what I mean? There's 29 days in a lunar month.
Not in the way I think that I'm hearing your question, but each of the fingers does represent a different element, and there are planets associated with those elements as well. And so there is a tie to it, but not in the way that I'm hearing your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
I want to just, it's not so much a question, but a challenge for all of us to really think about how this could, or meditation and mudras combined, increase your presence, your energy. Maybe you could speak a little bit to that, Jeff, how it could not only relax you, but make, have the people that we are talking to, presenting to, having sales conversations with, how could it help us, relax into that energy a little bit?
I think I'm not alone in saying this, but most of us have many things on our plates. We have various containers and different aspects of our business. And so at any given time, there could be 4 or 5 things on your plate that day that'll pull you in different directions. And to really ground yourself and be present in the moment before engaging with others, especially with a client or something that requires more focus, doing an exercise like this or doing a quick meditation or a grounding definitely supports with honing in your focus on that one thing, to be present to the thing in front of you rather than, oh, what am I doing after this call? I do have something directly after this in 30 minutes, but I'm not thinking about that right now because I'm present with you guys. And so it allows us to really hone in and get a sense of the energy of whoever we're engaging with or what's present in the space. And that allows for better active listening, better advice, better everything, in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, David and I talked last week a little bit about active listening. David, that conversation about not listening to respond, so many times when we're listening, we're listening to like plan what we're going to say next. Anything to say about that?
I'll just add something, Suzanne, that you and I talked about, but I think it's an epidemic of people that don't listen, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And people are talking and they go, and then they go, yeah. And what I wanted to tell you, and they didn't hear a word you said. So you and I kind of talked about this on our conversation, our video conversation, that I think there's kind of 4 parts. The first thing is just to listen and shut the blank up. Don't say a thing. And then second of all, as you're listening to the person, do not interrupt. I have people all the time, well, I don't mean to interrupt, but then they interrupt, which is just baloney. And then thirdly is ask questions of them. So tell me more about this meditation. Should I do it like Rob asked? Should I do it in the morning? Should I do it in the evening? How do I figure it in? And how do I do this? And then I think the fourth thing is the key to the entire thing, and that's to ask questions based on the comments that they made. So he says, I really think morning would be best. Really? Well, tell me why you think the morning would be much better than the evening. Now you've got a complete circuit of listening and really understanding, like Stephen Covey said. So in fact, actually, I'd like to segue it into you, Jeff, about, I was going to ask this also. One of the things that I've noticed, and I'm pretty disciplined, but in the morning when it's getting up, make my bed, get a glass of water, get my smoothie, come in here, write my gratitude journal, do my stretching, then I go in and I do my meditation, and then I finally turn on the electronic devices after the shower and all that stuff is done. Do you have any, because I know that, and you and I did this a week or so ago, it's extremely powerful, and now you do it on Monday nights as well. Is there any sort of tip of how you can kind of include everything? Because it always seems like, well, this is just 3 minutes. This is just 2 minutes. This is just 4 minutes. And yet we go through our day and we can't all seem to fit everything in. Any tips as far as, because that exercise was very powerful that you just did.
Sorry, your question was how do we condense it
Any
into
tips in terms of making it consistent every day? Because I'm so relaxed now after this. I was about to fall asleep and I thought I better get back on STK's call here. She's going to go, Brooke's falling asleep. But I was so relaxed. I was like going, but it's so cool. And Rob had asked you, should you do it in the morning or the night? But just any tips to make sure that you can kind of help to include it in your day because it's so powerful?
Yes. So, and David, you know this, on Monday nights, I actually host a group called M3. So it's meditation, mudras, and mindset. And it's essentially a group coaching call with the first half of it being grounding and meditation, very much like you guys experienced today. And part of that group, we also have something called a daily checklist. And the daily checklist is a list of starting with 10 things that you do every day. So waking up, brushing your teeth, making your bed, taking a shower, whatever your habits already are, and then getting into the pattern and the consistency of checking off those things every single day. And then once you're getting 100%, you then add one new thing. And so you could do morning meditation, afternoon meditation, evening meditation, and each of those could be different. So in the morning, it's what's my intention for the day? What am I wanting to create, or what are the things coming up for later on? Halfway through your day, you could just, right before you eat your lunch, you could just do a quick meditation for, gratitude and appreciation for your lunch. As a Reiki practitioner, I'll Reiki my food and my water. And so you're just sending good energy into anything you're about to consume, which then supports you because you internalize that. So doing a quick meditation as you're about to eat your lunch is a great way to just check in where you're at throughout your day, kind of like a halfway point, right? Am I having high anxiety? Am I having stress? Did my morning calls go well, or was there something someone said that really off-put me? And do I need to kind of ground myself and check in? And then in the evening, kind of, I'm highly empathetic, so I'll typically do like an empath cleanse in the evening to kind of just release anything emotionally or that I've picked up from others throughout the day. It's also a good time to reflect and kind of analyze your day to be like, okay, did this conversation or did these things I did go the way that I wanted, or is there an improvement that I can make for tomorrow? So it's not only meditation in the way that people think of it, of let me clear my mind and reach this Zen blissfulness, but it's just consciously using your mind in a productive way. And so I think for each of us, it's coming up with a routine that works for you. And if you're wanting to implement those habits, creating something similar to that checklist, where it's, building the habit for yourself every single day. And I'll drop a link in the chat, but you are all welcome to come and check out the group meetings on Monday. It's called M3. David's a part of that. And the first time you come, it's complimentary, but there is a monthly fee afterwards.
Thanks, Jeff. Stephen, you had your hand up. Did you have a question for Jeff?
No, I didn't have a question. I was just going to offer, there was some conversation about listening, and today's Harvard Business Review management tip of the day. It was an article on negotiation, but there was, at the very back of it, it talked about listening, and there were like 12 things there that I thought were really good about improving our listening. And I just wanted to share that with the group since listening came up. And if you can't find it just by Googling management tip of the day, reach out to me and I'll get you those 12 items at least.
Wonderful. Thank you, Stephen. I'm also sharing in the chat. I did an email coaching course years ago. It's 10 emails over 10 days to work on your listening skills. And there's an activity each day to improve your listening. No sales pitch in those emails, nothing to buy, just read them and improve your listening. I put that in the chat if anybody's interested. Jeff Goldberg.
Jeff, my ears perked up when you talked about sending energy into your food. Do you have to be a Reiki practitioner to do that, or is that something you can share with us how you do it?
You don't have to be a Reiki practitioner to do it. And the great thing about Reiki is the primary element of it is intention. And so, you know, if you have a cup of water or tea at your desk right now, you just kind of hold it between your hands. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this study, but there's you know, studies where they'll take a jar of water or something, and with one they'll say affirmations to it, and the other one they'll just really just be talking shit to it, saying all the negative things. And then over time, one will get moldy and then the other one stays pure. So very similarly, by setting that intention and just saying, I want to, whatever you'd like to create, right? So for me, it's like, you know, just the intention of filling my food and water with healing, loving energy so that when I ingest it, I'm filled with that as well. That's my practice. And so for you, you know, what is your intention? Are you trying to just express gratitude, express the gratitude for all of the steps that that food took to get from where it was grown and raised into a plate in front of you? Is it to heal yourself? Is it to nourish yourself? Whatever your intention is, really just mentally setting that and then feeling as though you're transferring that energy to the food before you eat it.
Brilliant. Thank you.
And I have a great idea for that. Let's set the intention that the food has no calories. Just saying. Just say, I mean, if we're talking set an intention, why not try? Just saying.
So by no means am I endorsing this, but there's a story of a lady that was a Reiki practitioner that she would eat junk food, but she would Reiki it beforehand. And she lived well into her 90s. So
okay.
whether,
All right.
whether
See,
or not it
I'm
works,
not
I'm
far
not
off
endorsing
here.
it, but
I'm not far off. I love it. All right. Well, we're going to move to the next little portion of coach conversations. And this is where you actually get to have conversations with a couple other coaches. So let me explain what's going to happen. We're going to go into breakout rooms, parties of 3. And what we're going to talk about tonight is what Jeff taught us. And how can relaxing into not only your self-awareness, your intention at the beginning of the day, the end of the day, before a sales conversation, how can that improve your coaching practice? And really get into what could it do not only for your bottom line, but your fulfillment, your satisfaction, and how will you implement it starting tomorrow? And what does that look like for you? How's that sound? Any questions on that? We're good? We're ready to have some conversations and get to know each other? Yeah, Jeff.
can I get a screenshot real quick of everybody holding up their favorite mudra from today?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Let's see. I like the headache one.
Yeah.
Everybody got it? All right,
You
I'll
might
count us
need to
down.
not need to take it off of speaker view.
Oh, yes, please. Well, actually, no, I see everyone right now.
Oh,
I've got
you
it in
see
the
it?
gallery.
Okay.
Yep.
I have
All
it
right,
on
okay.
gallery.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Got it. Thanks, guys.
Nice. All right, we're ready for breakout rooms. Have fun. It'll be about 8 minutes you'll have. Tom Gay, I'm going to McDonald's. You can go in a breakout room too, Vicky, if you want. Get to know some people. Thanks for your help. Oh, you're on mute.
You couldn't read my lips.
No,
I like
well,
because
sort
I'm
of.
in the close all rooms and stuff, so I didn't want to.
Okay,
Yeah. So we're good.
good. So I'll bring them back at 7:50, I guess. Did you want to go and talk to some people?
No, I'm good. I'm talked out.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm really tired.
Yeah. Do you want to go? I'm okay for the rest.
No, this is good. This is normal. I was looking forward to today. I did exchange work. I just worked. I got to stay home.
Mm.
Yeah, I got to be at mom's in the morning from 8 to 8.
It's so exhausting.
I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm just tired.
How far does she live from you?
15 minutes, not far.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
And
get home at 9.
what's her status?
She's not any better, and that's kind of worrying me a little. But
Mm.
or at least home. They almost killed her in the hospital, seriously. Seriously, twice. So we were just glad to get home. So now we're just trying to recover from that.
Okay.
But
How
she's
old
got
is she?
caregivers that are coming at night now, so I can at least. Last night was my first night home and forever. So it's good.
How old is she?
84.
Wow.
Advanced COPD, and the flu just got her.
Yeah.
So she couldn't breathe. She couldn't. Yeah, still can't. She's on oxygen 24/7 now, and used to, it was just at night.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, it's just hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she's herself because my dad's gone, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that's hard on her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just leave her.
Right.
You always have somebody there for now. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just glad I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a relatively normal day today.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could actually, my shoulders relax during the Reiki thing because being home just has this relaxing.
Yeah.
When I'm there, you get to going on something and it's like, Vicky, I need, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you could take a nice hot bath after this tonight.
I'm
Have
thinking.
a glass of wine if that relaxes you, and go to bed early.
Do my Epsom salt bath.
Oh yes, that's fabulous. What do you need with me? You need like a plan? What?
Yeah, I need your strategy brain for just a little bit.
Sure.
It
Sure.
shouldn't
Anything
take
in
too long, but
particular?
No, I think it's more, I'm not sure she's gonna get a whole lot better. So I needed to revamp some things to
Okay.
make things work because I do not want to give up my coaching and I still want to move forward. They reached out from Goodfellow.
Mm-hmm.
They've reached out 3 times this week.
Uh-huh.
They have tried to do their own strategic planning and have come up dry since last August.
Oh, wow.
And so now they're actually they put it out for bids, but I think I must be on the top of, some list because they're trying to get me certified through the government even. They're
Oh,
going to
wow.
do it. So it's kind of a weird thing, but so anyway.
Okay.
Lots of different stuff coming at the same time.
All right. When were you thinking? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'm just at mom's, so I can talk whenever.
Well,
I think
even if you want to talk on the phone, if that's.
Oh no, I've been doing Zooms. It's fine. My only time that I can't do it Central Time is from 11 to 12 because she's actually got a doctor's appointment we're going to attempt to make.
Okay, how about 3 o'clock?
Perfect.
Okay. It's yours.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And really, I don't think it'll take very long. I just needed somebody else's brain for a little. My brain. We've had to make too many decisions. I've got decision fatigue.
Oh, then don't make any for a while.
I know.
All
We're
right.
going to do something. I haven't made any money since October. So, yeah, that's why we're gonna have a little Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, that's, I have a client who, he's been, working on the sales funnel and the copy and, social media and all. And the other day, I just thought about him and I was like, he's doing busy work to avoid reaching out to people. Like that was just my gut feeling. So I messaged him and I said, how are the reach outs going? And he was like, I'm not doing that because I've been doing this. And I was like,
Yeah.
what do you do for 8 hours? Like, are you working 8 hours a day or is it like 2 hours?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I'm at my desk all day long. I said, you're doing busy work. Send me your calendar. And we talked for about 40 minutes today. And I just said, this is your routine.
Focus. Yeah.
1 hour on LinkedIn. You post and you react and comment, send 5 messages to new people. That's it. Done. Off. Go to Facebook. Do what you need to do. Same exact post, mind you. You're not writing 2 posts.
Yeah.
Same
You just
post.
copy and paste. I don't know.
Reach
Should
out.
I broadcast 1 minute? Should I broadcast?
Yeah, go ahead and broadcast. Tell them 2 more minutes. So it was just like he was doing busy work to, avoid doing the stuff that's uncomfortable. So we'll
Well,
kind of come
get
up
that.
with a
Yeah.
a routine.
What I did, I used my time in the hospital because I couldn't do anything in the hospital really. I could listen. I did Matthew Kimberly's email course. Absolutely brilliant. So I am set. It's a formula. It's like I used to write in when I was an English teacher. That it allows you to have all the creativity and how you can mix things up to come up with new ideas. I love it. It's gonna be a breeze.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm doing. I'm learning specific things while I can't do anything else that I know are gonna, it's that and writing the posts. If I can get that kind of down with a format template, I'm good.
Yeah.
And that's going to be my next thing. I have to do that before I do anything else because
Good.
he goes, man, if you skip all this middle stuff, you're constipated. You get to the end of your sales cycle and you want to jump from here to here, but you haven't done any of the middle, nothing happens. Nothing's moving. So
well,
you're constipated.
it's the same if you try to rush the sales cycle with people. If you try to rush your social media content and there's 4 types of content. I think you've heard me, you have to write content for people who don't know who you are
All
and
the way through,
totally unaware of what you do. And all 4 of those boxes, problem aware, solution unaware, problem aware, solution aware. You have to write for each 4 of those people. And it's really, really hard to take 2 of those and combine them. You can't speak to everyone in that sales cycle.
I'm letting them back in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. And I'm just learning that I have a really bad habit of missing the whole galvanizing part.
It just might not be your thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and there's David. We should have invited him back into our conversation.
Hey there. Yeah, I broke out of my room by accident. I hit the wrong damn button. I'm like, oh no, how freaking rude.
When people see that button pop up, they're like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was hitting send
Should
to
have been in
Jeff.
with our conversation earlier. So
Yeah.
I miss these guys, by the way, Suzanne. I miss seeing them. We may have to have like just a open house upon occasion to catch up.
Yeah, I've been thinking of that too.
I am going to go back to having the book club.
Nice.
I've had 3 requests.
Yeah, I really do miss these guys. I got used to seeing them and hearing ideas and yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That's number 4 request. Okay.
Yep.
All right,
there
they're
with you.
back. They're back. Thank you everyone for playing. Now I'd love to hear from a couple voices. What did you talk about in your room and what action steps are you going to take? Who wants to be brave and share? Hey Joe, great to see you, Joe Catalano.
I'm so happy that I'm here. Finally. And our group needs more time.
Oh, needs more time.
We never even got there. Yeah, we never got to the topic.
You never got to the topic. Oh, that's because Joe was in the room with you. She's a talker like me.
Oh,
I was really
no.
listening.
I want to take the hit. We didn't get to the topic because Joe had some questions. She doesn't know me and Rob, and because Joe's got a family thing going on, and we wanted to kind of talk her through some of that. And I think we
All right,
prioritized.
I'll let you slide
We
then.
prioritized what was important in the moment, and so that's what we did. So, Joe, check your chat DMs for some good resources.
Nice, nice. Rob, what do you got to say?
Yeah, we had a good conversation. We kind of, what I appreciate about Jeff is he kind of is pointing us to a higher, authority. And, for me, and we had Charlotte from Charlotte, we were able to share that, our authority, and I can't speak for Troy, but our authority, comes from the Bible, comes from the God of the Bible. And that's why we ground ourselves each and every morning. And there's power in the breath. We really kind of focused on the power that you get from the breath and breathing, because there is so much power in that. And for me personally, before I get on a call, I really have to focus on my breath. Or before I get on something, I really have to focus on my breath just to calm myself down and get in that proper headspace for me.
I love that. I love that. And I don't know if anybody else ever notices when you get tense or stressed or anxious, your whole body tenses, and I hold my breath when that happens. So that disconnection from, they say from the head to the heart's the longest distance you're ever going to travel. But breathing really helps you be able to do that. Jeff, we really need you to start recording some meditations.
I've got it in the works, yeah. And then the
Nice.
Monday nights
And
are
Jeff
supporting me
Kohlberg
with.
said he has a sales meditation. Are you sharing that in the chat, Jeff?
He put it in there earlier, yeah.
Did he?
I did.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Make sure you save the chat. It's chat
Yeah,
bridge.
save the chat. Save the chat. And if your information's not in the chat, put it in the chat. Rob.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about it in our room, but there is something I was going to say if we would have gotten there. That every morning, whenever I'm glad the other Rob brought this up. The Bible and praying, I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of like centering myself and I'm praying, and I always ask the meditation I have is for like my vision for the day, but also my vision for what God wants me to do with my life. Like, what's his vision? We always create, as leaders and coaches, we create vision boards for ourselves. But this year, I just started asking God to help me create that vision board for me. Like, I don't want to create it. I want him to show me what it is that I should be creating. So I spend a lot of time in the morning, like a half an hour, doing that and putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And then anytime we have a call coming up like this, taking a few minutes just to sit with myself and decompress is always incredibly helpful. So Jeff, that was really good, man. Thanks a lot for what you shared today. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would anybody else like to share what they talked about in their room? And I love action steps. So what action are you guys going to take? Gordon, words of wisdom.
Being able to putting the intention out is what we were lucky enough to get Jeff in our room, and setting the intention at the beginning of the day with the pro athletes I work with. When they tell me, Gord, I don't have time, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, I don't have time, and I look at them and go, you know what, with all due respect, what I just heard was I don't want to. Because the things we really want to do, we make the time for it, whether it's healthy for us, not healthy for us, right? The smokers they complain because they had to walk 10 yards from the door, but they still made time to walk 10 yards from the door and do it, right? So it's a priority. What do we make as the priority? And if meditation is something that's part of our routine and it's a priority, we will make the time to get that done. And knowing how to do it. And that's, yeah, I think our own expectation of what that means. Well, I can't meditate because my brain runs in 1,000 directions, or I can't meditate because it takes too long, or whatever. Reaching out to somebody like Jeff and going, can you give me some tips and tools on how to do this? Because I want to, I get, this is what's happening. And I'm sure Jeff would, having spoken to him, he's got a massive heart to help people. So he would give you some steps to be able to make that work for you.
Yeah. David.
Judy Kane was in my room and she had a great suggestion. I wrote it down too, about anchoring it to something, because we were talking, how can we get this meditation? And I'm a proponent of the gratitude journal. So I write in the gratitude journal, do the stretching, do the water, do all these different things. And so I think tomorrow I'm going to attach the meditation to the stretching, because I never missed the meditation. And then it'll be meditation and the stretching. And I think that anchoring, it was a really great idea. So that's something that I'll be adding tomorrow. So, and thanks again, Jeff, Yukikazu, Sera. That was a great presentation.
Nice.
Thanks, buddy.
Show off. You know, something I think it was in the book Tiny Habits, he talked about habit stacking. And years ago, many of you know I was a dental hygienist, and when I first became a coach, and I would encourage my clients to do affirmations. And why not do them while you're brushing your teeth? Because hopefully you're brushing your teeth twice a day, at least. Say nice things to yourself while you're brushing your teeth. Meditation can be the same way. Taking 30 breaths when you first wake up in the morning while my coffee's brewing, that can be considered a grounding meditation. Or maybe I'm just praying for coffee. I'm not sure. Anyone else? All right. No voices. Okay. Well, it's about that time to wrap up, to do our takeaways from today. You know, I love myself a good takeaway. Let's start with David Visco. What's your takeaway from today?
Just what Gordon just said, actually, about just saying you don't have enough time means it's not important enough for you, and you just decided I'm not going to instead, and that's just bull crap. So you always have the time. That was my takeaway.
Love it.
Thank you.
Vicky, takeaway.
He said what I was going to say. That really is it. Because I always think, I don't have time to do that, but that just means something else is more important. So what really is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the belief that you have to do it for more than 3 minutes. You really don't. You really don't. Daniel Andrews, takeaway.
I need to spend more time relaxing and less time getting geared up.
I love that for you. Rob Wentz, takeaway.
Takeaway is I love being in rooms like this. That's my main takeaway, I think.
Love it.
I love these conversations. They're so good.
Love it. So glad to have you. Charlotte, takeaway.
For me, it's kind of what Rob just said, is I like hearing the perspective of so many different people and how they apply whatever this framework is.
Nice. David. DGB.
Oh, sorry, that was Visco. I would just say back to the anchoring it to something, which is really helpful. Plus, I'm going to reread the Tiny Habits. I think it's BJ Fogg, because that was a great point of just doing one thing and then the next day doing two and so forth. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And stacking those things together, attaching one habit to another, really helps me get tons of stuff done at one time. Jeff, I know you were our speaker tonight, but what was your takeaway from today?
It was a great reminder of how important it is to constantly be grounding and mindful of what our intentions are. And so before I came in here today, I figured I had to practice what I preach. So I grounded myself, and I will be calling Tom Gay Friday morning because he's got 3 presentations that day to remind him to meditate.
Nice. Wonderful. Judy, takeaway.
I have so much more to learn about mudras. I'd had a one-to-one with Jeff a few weeks ago, and he taught me one that was really cool. And the four today were very interesting, and I had no idea they all had different times or that they were connected to planets. It's just very interesting. So
Yeah,
got some studying out to do.
nice. Jeff Goldberg, takeaway from today.
Well, one was that I wish I had Jeff's hair.
Mm.
Fantastic.
Me too.
Yeah, right. That meditation doesn't have to be 30 minutes or 60 minutes. It can be very quick. And yeah, 2 or 3 minutes can make a huge difference. And I really love the food thing. I'm going to be doing that.
Nice. The no calorie.
Oh, definitely that part. Well, I don't mind calories. No weight gain from this wonderful food.
Yes. Yes. I love
In fact, my food makes me lose weight.
Oh, my food makes me lose weight. Yes. Love that. Robert
Great
Murray,
intention.
takeaway from today.
Great reminder to restart something that I knew worked and somehow had gotten away from. That was the kind of the theme of our discussion. It's like, we know this works. Why are we not reminding ourselves to do it? So this was the kick in the butt to start it up again.
Awesome. Love that. Natan, takeaway right up your alley tonight. I know it.
The punch today in the face takeaway came to me from Judy, and that was specifically when doing a new habit, especially if you're having some difficulty getting it going, attach it to something that you already are doing well. I was like, oh, neat. So thanks, Judy.
Judy's such a rock star. Harry, takeaway.
I'm going to go with Robert Murray and say, yeah, let's rekindle the starting of what we did in the past and get a move on starting like today.
Nice.
So thank you for that, Jeff.
Nice.
You're welcome, Harry.
Gordon, takeaway.
I think being under covenant to myself. So trying to make sure all these are great ideas, attaching to right, but then to make sure that I live up to the commitment I'm making to me. If I can't do that, it makes it very difficult to do it for anybody with anybody else. But I'm letting myself down if I don't do it. So putting it into a habit to make sure that it works.
Yeah. Love that. Joe, do you have a takeaway from today?
Yes, I learned how to get on your schedule. Get your schedule on my calendar. That was also part of what we covered at our meeting.
I love that.
Yeah, no, just what a great group of people.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Troy, takeaway from today.
I mean, other than the fact that I have to come to more of these coaches' conversations calls.
Well, I guess you're stuck with me now. You asked for it. You're stuck with me.
It was an important reminder of the importance of self-care.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Tom Gay, takeaway.
Imagine how easy it would be to put a reminder on your calendar in front of every appointment during your day to just say, pause, breathe.
Yeah, most calendars do let you put a buffer of 5 minutes between things. Like if you're doing calls all day
Or more.
long, life-changing. Life-changing.
Yep. 10 before and 15 after to keep all the promises I made while I was on the call.
Oh, that sounds even better. Even better.
You
Steven.
know what else is life-changing, Suzanne? When you
What?
stop doing 10 calls a day. That's life-changing.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Stop doing that too. Yeah. If you need, a chat about that, let me know. Because taking away 80% of what you're doing is actually what's going to get you to your goals. And I can speak from experience. It feels really, really scary, but it's very rewarding. Steven, first timer, thanks for joining us. What's your takeaway?
Appreciate the invite. It reinforced my belief and recent practice of the importance of starting every day the same way, especially the first 15 to 20 minutes, which would include presencing practices. And I will add Jeff's Mutra into some of my presencing practices in the morning.
Wonderful. That's great. Susie, takeaway from today.
Just that it reinforced the words that I use in my head matter. And then just what Stephen said about the time or that time early in the morning, just to start the day, really does set the intention for the day.
Truly. Truly. All right. Well, that wraps us up for Coach Conversations. I do have one announcement, well, actually two announcements. The Idea Lab Community Connect, which is my once a month networking event, is tomorrow. It's a very rare occasion that the third Wednesday of the month is before the fourth Thursday of the month. It's actually happening this week. So that event is tomorrow at 4 o'clock if you want to attend that networking event. And also, I have put together a fundamental coaching skills fundamentals 6-week intensive to go deeper on some coaching skills that I have really worked on for the past 10 years. And if anyone's interested in talking about that, I will get that link to you. And it's going to be very interactive, very much like this event is set up, Coach Conversations, where there'll be a learning topic, discussion, breakout room practice, and worksheets for you to take home so that you can use those coaching skills with your clients. So just a little in 6-week stint to kind of test out how this coaching skills works. And I'm really excited about it. So if anybody wants to talk about that, let me know. And hope to see you next month for Coach Conversations and tomorrow for the Community Connect. And as always, if you know a great coach or consultant who needs to be in this room, please introduce me to them and I will invite them.
Thank you, Suzanne.
You're so
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
You're so welcome.
Seeing everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Suzanne.
You.
Have a good one,
You gonna-
Suzanne.
You gonna hang
too.
out so we can put on a calendar real quick,
Yeah, sure.
Suzanne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. You don't want to meet with Daniel.
Why? I meet with him all the time.
I'm just kidding.
Are you
He's
kidding?
like,
I've got her.
"Oh."
See, I've got her red phone hotline, the one that rings
Yeah.
on their
Me
president's
dial.
desk.
Oh man, y'all have fun.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks a lot, Vicky.
Hey,
All right. I'm ready for sleep.
yeah, me too. I was about to
Like, this
say,
has been a long day.
me and you at our best at 8 o'clock at night is a rarity.
I know. I
All
know.
right. All right. I'm pulling up my calendar. How much time do you want to spend in one shot?
Well, let's see. We need agenda is the workshop on workshops. Like, are we going to do it? Let's just get it on the books, make it happen.
Correct. Yes.
Maybe even some live conversations about what you do, and you know, maybe it could be once we talk about what you do and how it's impacted my business, you know, kind of like a live testimonial back and forth conversation, and then do the same thing the other way. How, you know, being in some of my groups has exposed you to this person and learning and whatever. Then the third thing on the agenda was
I can go back and look at the text thread. That's easy.
yeah. It's only because it's this late at night.
You said workshop collab, monthly event for you, new facilitation gigs for me, speaking for you.
Monthly event for you.
Yeah.
So very similar to, you know, using the exchange principles tonight, having a place to show off what you know in a way that's not a sales pitch. So this coach, like you heard me with the numbers of how many people, it gives you a place to invite people to the room who don't know you, or who you just met. There's 4 people in the room tonight who I just met.
Yeah.
And it's an opportunity for them to see kind of what I do, but in an environment that's not threatening. I'm not selling them
Right.
something. I'm not, you know.
I've already got the outline of that. I've done one digital, and then when I spoke in San Diego, it was kind of that thing. I
Yeah.
did get one ninja commitment and two people that are pretty sure they're going to come on for June, but you and I both know that nothing's up. But one guy's already paid, the deposit.
Nice.
He's, so yeah. So I got, I priced it at 4,400, but 4 payments of 1,200, so that's going to be 4,800 for me.
Nice.
But yeah. So, and I think I'll pick up a couple more from that. I've got a conversation. I think I referenced, I said she's in MLM, and I'm not sure, she's going to find value, but she seems to be, I mean, she lives in San Diego and, has a t-shirt on from skydiving in Dubai. So whatever it is she's doing, she either has money or is making money,
Right. Right.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I think creating that opportunity for yourself.
Yeah.
So out of all of my clients from the past 2 years, I think there's 6 or 7 that are doing that monthly attractor event that's on the calendar every month, third Wednesday, 7 p.m. And they've all grown their list massively. They've all put, an extra least 5 or 6 clients on the books because of it
Yeah,
without
that's
selling.
it. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm particularly interested in. I mean, I might need to figure out what to do with a funnel, but but by the time next month rolls around, I'm doing one next Monday, by the way, I think. No,
Okay.
next Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we're starting the Ninja the week after that. So you can come see it and critique it if you want. I'll go
Yeah.
online and invite you.
Yeah, sure.
But by the March one, I will have the first iterations of the on demand. So they can choose between 5,000 for live, with bonuses and discounts, or
Mhm.
1,500 for on demand. So I'll
Right.
feel really good about doing it then when I can have people drop down into a 1,500, pretty easily.
And what I want to encourage you is
Mhm.
that this room once a month is for you to show your knowledge, not to sell anything at all. Not to push
Yeah.
your program, not, and I know it's really, really hard,
Yeah.
but it works. And you saw
Okay.
how much I sold myself tonight, right? Like,
Correct. Right. And I spend a fair amount of time doing that sort of stuff. So, I mean, I'm feeling pretty strongly about, and I respect you. You can talk me out of it or help me modify my thinking. But I really like the Exchange 101 model because they do sell you at the end. They get your
yes,
permission to sell you at the end,
yes,
right? But yes, it's content heavy,
yes,
but it's clearly I can't go all the way down to the bottom on every single part of this, but here's some things to pay attention to. Here's some things that are make a difference.
right.
So it's currently titled The 2 Questions and the 3 Shifts You Have to Make to supercharge your network, your relationship building.
Well,
And it
see,
says,
that's more of like a workshop. So of course you're going to sell yourself.
Mhm.
What I'm suggesting is bringing people together to help
Mhm.
them build their network because
Okay.
that's what you do.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, good. All right. So let's, I need to call my wife at some point. So let's
Okay.
get on the calendar. And
Okay.
so she's expecting her from me directly. So
Um,
we need 3 or 4 hours, to dig in that deep.
yeah. Yeah. Um,
You want a weekday or a weekend?
Weekends are really hard with sports and a husband who actually likes me for some reason, doesn't want me to work on the weekends. Like, really?
It's understandable. Just, a multi-hour shot, I mean, I'm in good shape for the weekends because Adina's out of town for most of them currently. So that is,
Well, what could work is a Saturday morning if we start early because
mhm,
nobody's up in my house until 10 o'clock.
mhm.
Um, Monday the 4th is wide open for me. I have nothing on the books that day.
Believe it or not, it's actually already pretty full for me.
Okay, how about the following Monday, the March 11th?
Um, that's going towards both of my events, Premiere and the What about how early can we get going on Saturday the 9th? You want to do 7 to 10 on the 9th and see how far we get?
Yeah, let's say 7:30.
Okay.
Okay. I'll send you an invite.
Okay. I'll accept it because I know for a fact that Dean will be out of town.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll work well because she'll be working that day, which means she'll be driving to work from 7 to 7:30. So that'll be perfect. I'll talk to her and then begin with you. And I'll make sure I've got a document camera out so we can whiteboard and stuff.
Oh yeah, and you can help me get my overhead camera set up that's still sitting
Sure.
here at the desk.
Yep.
Solutions on the spot.
Yeah, Gmail's the best one for calendar invitations.
All right, there it is.
All right, we'll dig in.
And I'll set it to 10.
Yeah, cool.
All right,
There it
we go.
is.
Cool.
I got it. I'll accept
right.
it. All right, rock and
Bye.
roll.
See ya.
Bye.